Well, the last time we were in the unfinished sanctuary shooting video, Kirk and Brad and I were here. Since that time, a lot has changed. Kirk is now past his ordination, been ordained. Brad is now an elder at Living Hope, and I've become a grandfather twice over. But even more than all those things, as good as they are, we're excited about the launch of Becoming by Design. We're excited about the response, the pledges that have come in. Thoroughly thrilled by the way people have responded to the prompting of God. And things continue to change. And the architects, P3A architects, have presented some drawings to the building committee, and the building committee has given some recommendations to the Board of Elders, and together the Board of Elders has agreed unanimously on what the configuration, sort of what the general layout of the sanctuary is going to look like. And so James and Megan from P3A are now going to unveil some of that to you this morning. So how have things progressed since that presentation at the All Church event?
We come back to the office and we start to do more detailed work on the layout. We began looking at the seating arrangement and how the seating could both be made more effective and really how well was it working. And we found when we started to look at it that there were some problems with the balcony concept. And that was, the balcony concept was very much the original concept for the building. And what we did was we went back and took a look at that again and then started to make some adjustments where we felt it would be a significant improvement in terms of your experience of the sanctuary, the flexibility of the sanctuary, and the functionality of the sanctuary.
Some of the changes that were made since last time are we've made the stage a little deeper. We also, one thing we found was the slope of the floor actually starts right in this area and slopes to this line right here. This allows for not as much sloping ceiling as we had previously thought. So it left a lot of extra flat space at the back, which we were trying to figure out what to use that flat space for. And this is how we came up with the cascading plan idea and actually terracing the seat up from the main floor to a balcony level. This also allowed for us to have a greater amount of glass at the back for future walls.
But the other thing that we felt it does is it really gives a more intimate feeling to the sanctuary. It pulls the seating up and brings it in and feels that it makes you feel like you're closer to the stage as opposed to the balcony, which is very much you're separate from the main floor of the sanctuary.
Any other experiential kind of, you talked about the sort of integration, connecting people as a whole. Other kind of feelings, other kind of experiential components that you found the changes brought to the table?
Really the experience of the sanctuary we think is actually heightened by the new cascading seating plan, because the main entry into the sanctuary is through a space, and you'll see it in the drawings, a little bit like walking into a larger theater or a larger building, say in an Agrodome. And what that does is you come into the building and you're in a fairly high space. You then walk towards the sanctuary and there'll be a double height space at the back of the balcony that will be flooded with natural light and ideally stained glass will be reflected, and it'll be quite a nice experience. And that ties into the circulation around the sanctuary. But then as you move from that circulation area into the sanctuary space, you'll go through a set of doors and really into a smaller, more compressed area. And when I say smaller, I mean it's still plenty large enough for large groups of people to move in and out of. But it really makes an event of moving from what is essentially the lobby, the crush space of the sanctuary, into the sanctuary itself.
So lots of great things are happening, lots of things are beginning to move and to roll out. It won't be long, you'll be seeing some equipment on the west side of the building, leveling the land, getting us up to grade, and connecting us to the sewer lines, and all those kind of things will start happening. So there's lots to come, there's lots happening. We are grateful for all of you who've had a part in it and the pledges you've made, and to realize that there's still time to be a part of this, as we want everybody to feel that this is our work together as God is drawing us into it and moving us forward on it. And so we hope you will get involved. If you haven't filled in a pledge card, that you will do so, and use the various ways and means of supporting the campaign as we continue to move forward and God opens up possibilities.